Greetings, robot vac fans. So I built this 24 square foot, we'll call it a vacuum pen, in order to do some controlled robot vacuum tests. Did some tests with a Yeti, and now I'm going to do it with my other robot vac, a GOOVI. So this GOOVI does not have an app, and it doesn't really have mapping per se. So if there's no app and you can't really see what you're doing, I guess I really wouldn't call that much of a controllable map. All right, so here is the, it has to separate, there we go, it's kind of tight. There's that. And it's got a filter that's on the top, comes out. You can take a peek at the previous videos that are conveniently located in the GOOVI playlist. And let's see, I think, so everybody can see everything, I'm going to put this like that. And we're going to start out with an empty weight of 264.67 grams. And if you didn't already see, these a little closer, we have our typical 5 grams of sand and 10 grams of baking soda that will simulate fine dust. I'm going to grab the remote because that's what this uses. You can also just press the power button, the thing that's kind of bluish on the top, and start cleaning that way. Now, I know there's a lot of different ways that you can run this, and you can see a bunch of different buttons on here, and please go and check out, again, the playlist of this particular machine, little focus, to find out what every single one of the buttons mean. That being said, in order to try to keep this as, I guess, as similar to the Yeti as possible, I'm going to run this in its automatic mode, and then pause it after 2 minutes. I could send it back to the dock, but I think I might want to pause it and see what it does as far as area coverage. So this is 24 square feet, and I think 2 minutes to cover 24 square feet should be enough, but I don't know yet for this particular model. There goes 5 grams of sand. It's just like nothing's there. And that's kind of the point of the test. This isn't a topical test. This is a buried into the carpet pile test. Okay, here we go. I'm going to press auto. It's recognized it's on carpet, and if you can't hear it, it just increased its power. It kind of went right for the sand, so that's kind of a good thing. Well, it hit the sand a second time. Now here it comes back for a third time. Will this do better than the more expensive Yeti or not? It might. Well, it certainly has gone over the sand multiple times. Oh, and it's gone over the base too. Okay, that's not really a good sign. And it's at the base again. Well, it's certainly going over the sand multiple times. We're at about 1.5 minutes. I bet you the pickup's pretty good. Now the funny thing is I'm going to put the baking soda on the other side. Instead of being on the left, it's going to be on the right side of your screen. Okay, we're coming up to 2 minutes. And I think I will try to send it home. See if it can actually do that. Okay, we're at 2 minutes. Let's send it home. And then we're going to measure the entire bin and then see if we can actually extract anything. But to be honest with you, since it's went over the spot where there was the sand, where it was concentrated, this might have great pickup. But I don't really know if that's realistic or not. All right, this is raw bin pickup. Had a little bit of a coughing fit there. All right, it picked up 0.84 minus 0.67. So that's 17/100ths out of 5 grams, and that's going to be about 3%. However, it certainly is going to include some fibrous material. So let's see if we can just take a look inside that for a minute. What is in here? All right, I see definitely a bunch of fibrous stuff. Yep, some carpet fibers, obviously. There is some, yeah, there's some large debris in here to be sure, and we have a little bit of hair. But you know what I'm not seeing? I am not seeing a whole lot of sand. There's the inside of the bin. So we got a few percent of just fibrous material that it dug out. And it did, relatively speaking, for a clean carpet, it did a good job of getting fibrous material out. But see the scattered sand in there? I really can't even weigh that. That's not going to amount to much of anything. I mean, I can remove this as much as possible. And the sand is extremely scattered. I'll keep going. I just don't think this is going to weigh anything once I separate it all. Some junk in there. Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll call that right there. We'll call that the sand pickup. That's going to be the extracted sand pickup. So let's see what this weighs. And I'm just going to pour it right on top of this thing. So what do we got? Okay, about 3, 4, okay, I'll say 3/100ths of a gram. So if I do 0.03 and then I divide that by 5, well, I'm getting less than 1%. I go and move this around here. I get 0.6%. So essentially, this running over the same spot in it seems like to be its high power mode and hitting it about 6 times, we're looking at less than 1%. I've cleaned and blown the bin back out again. I just wanted to show you how black that little foam filter is on top of the HEPA filter. So you can see what that looks like for reference. I'm assuming that the GOOVI is going to have better pickup with the 10 grams of fine dust than it did the sand. The Yeti did, but let's find out. Away goes. And once again, I'm going to start out here on auto. All right, it seemed to detect that it's on carpet and increase the airflow and suction. Certainly hitting the baking soda. And remember, it hit the sand spot over here about 6 times. Looks like it's going to hit it a few more times. I did not remove the sand. So we are repeating the same test as closely as possible as we did for the Yeti. Right? It's hit the baking soda at least twice. There it goes, hitting the sand again. It likes being on the left. Okay, it's definitely hit some more baking soda. And we're getting near the 2-minute mark. Okay, now it's attacking the base. It's funny, it doesn't really seem to know where the base is. That's kind of weird. And pretty much we've hit our 2 minutes. Give it just a couple extra seconds, and now say return to base. I have to point it at it. Now here's the problem. I'm gonna have to fix this. See how well it figures out where the base is now that it actually moved it a little bit. And I think it got it. All right, let's see what it picked up. All right, raw bin pickup. Now first, why don't we actually just take a look inside? Well, I see fibrous material, just like I did before. I can't say that I'm really seeing a pile of anything else, but let's measure it. Okay, we definitely have better pickup for sure. See, 265.21, and on my second cleaning I got 264.65 empty weight. So this is 0.56, or about a half a gram, and that's out of 10. So basically what we're looking at is 5.6%. Now that's raw bin pickup. Let's see what the extracted pickup is. Make a little room here. Well, as you can see, there's a little bit. Probably going to have to use my finger to get some of that stuff out, but here's fibrous pickup. Here's some more fibrous pickup here. Obviously, that's not really going to count. I will take it out anyway. And oh yeah, how about I show you that foam filter? Did it turn white at all? Yep, a little bit. So not a whole lot, but of course I can't really extract that. I can blow it out, I can wash it out, but I cannot extract that. And here's just the inside. Yeah, so there's nothing really there. All right, so what can we get out of here? If you were to attempt to extract this, what will we get? So you see, it's just kind of sticking. I mean, it's fine dust, obviously. So got some spots there, spot here, spot here. I mean, you can wipe it out if you want, but most people are just going to dump it, and then that's going to be it. But yeah, this is all part of it that will, well, stay in there. That's kind of my point. So let's measure a little bit. So here's some fibrous material. And that doesn't actually count. Not for the extracted baking soda pickup anyway. And let's see here. Here, I'm just going to go and just put that right on there. See what it amounts to. Okay, so far we're at 0. I will remove the extracted pieces of fibrous material. There, that's about the best I can do. Put that down in there. Okay. Can we get even 0.01? And no. Okay, so realistically speaking, the extracted amount is less than sand. So we're looking at essentially a perfect 0 for fine dust. So I've blown out the bin yet again, and this time, how about we run it in small space mode right here. Now, I don't know exactly what the pattern is going to do, but that's kind of the point of the video. Let's see what this GOOVI does. Come on, focus. There you go. Small space mode. I haven't decided exactly how long I'm going to run it for. Okay, so if you could hear that, it still came up to higher power, I believe. It's certainly zipping around the carpet. It's pretty quick. Is it going to have a pattern that's going to be significantly different than regular auto clean? Now, I haven't cleaned the carpet. We'll do that toward the very end of the video. And you're aware that no matter what I do with this, there's still a boatload of sand and baking soda left in that carpet. The vast majority is left in the carpet. So I can't say that I'm seeing a pattern that's significantly different than just running it on auto. I wonder if it'll still attack the charging stand. That seemed to be the most favorite thing this GOOVI does. Yep. It clipped the stand a bit. So this is going to be pretty boring just to watch this thing go for a number of minutes. So I'm not going to stop it now, but we are at just about 2 minutes. So I think I'll let it run for 10 minutes. How about that? Far longer than we did the Yeti. And then we'll go ahead and check the pickup, see if it made any appreciable difference at all. 10 minutes. Return to base without knocking it over. So, I gotta be honest with you, I can't say that there was a huge pattern difference between small spaces down here and running it in automatic up here. I didn't see that much of a difference. Okay, what do we got? Well, again, I'm certainly seeing the carpet fibers, and I'm looking for sand anywhere. Baking soda. Just kind of looking around. Can't say I see much, but let's see what it weighs. All right. Looks like it picked up a little bit. Okay, 265.1 minus 264.64. That was the last time I blew it out. And I got 1/2 of 1 gram. So the vast majority of that is going to be fibrous material, and there's going to be an immeasurably small amount of everything else. So let's see what happens here. Let's do the dump. There's fibrous amount. A little bit of junk in there, but no appreciable accumulation of anything, or no accumulation that we can easily extract. That's the deal. What can we actually get out of here? Okay, let's turn this over. What do we got? Okay, that's it. A little bit of fine dust, a couple of grains of sand here and there, very small, a lot of fibrous material. Well, here's some more fibrous material. Clearly see that. And let's see how colored this is. All right, so I blew this out to be nearly perfectly black. You can see it's lightening up because you have the fine dust in there. Nothing here. So bottom line, many passes all over, and it's not going to pick up very much. So let's separate the fibrous material. Now, I would imagine some people make this argument. They say, well, I don't care how many passes, because I just go and, push the button, so to speak, have the auto program run. I don't care if it takes hours or if it runs over the same piece of carpet 50 or 100 times. Well, every time it runs over your carpet, it's going to pick up carpet. That is perfectly clean, well, nearly perfectly clean, carpet fiber. So if you go and you use a machine like this and you're constantly picking up carpet, look at that. That has some weight. Of course, it has some hair in there. 0.03 grams. Imagine every time you ran something like this for an hour or something like that, or it went over the same spot on your carpet 50 or 100 times, you're going to find a lot of your carpet in there. And that's not what you want to do. You want something that picks up your dust, your dirt, real dirt, any type of sandy material you may have, and then leaves your carpet alone. Okay, so there's the fine dust I could get out. This is just kind of mixed junk. We can go ahead and weigh it anyway. That's a piece of who knows what. So got a couple of rocky things, like little mini stones. So what does this weigh? Yeah, nothing. So this is what we don't want, and it has some weight to it, has some volume to it. This doesn't have hardly any weight to it. So essentially, nearly zero pickup, and certainly extracted, zero pickup. Switching over to handheld, left to right, we have oats, followed by rice, and then all the way over to the right on top of the carpet, we have flour. So all this will be topical pickup. So let's see how the GOOVI does. I'll just go ahead and put it on auto with topical pickup. And it kicks into high gear. Kind of flips. Wow, it's really flipping the stuff around, isn't it? The oats are just kind of flipping everywhere. It got some, but it really it shot them all over the place. Rice it's doing a great job with. Well, if it'd go over more of the flour, it probably would be done by now. So let's see, how does it do with the oats? Is it going to flip them around? A couple of, yep. You can see where it's shooting some of them around. It has shot some all the way over here. Really loves cleaning that corner. So if you have a stick vac or you have a robot vac, any type of topical debris, they'll pick it up pretty well. Of course, this thing's shooting it all over the place, isn't it? It's getting it, but it is flicking it all over. Okay, there we go. Look at that. There's a slightly light spot right there where there's a little bit of flour left. Not much, though. Some people might not be able to see it. Loves hugging that corner, doesn't it? We have a 7-year-old boxer dog. She has light, short hair, and this would do a great job of picking up her hair, whether it's on bare floor, like say concrete there by my foot, or carpet, any pile size, because the dirt is very easy to get to. It's right on top. If you can go and literally pick something up with your hands, or maybe a broom and a dustpan, that's going to be surface dirt. And these are excellent surface cleaners. Let them run around and they'll pick everything up just fine. So do you see the difference between putting dirt down into the pile and then running stuff for 2 minutes or 10 minutes, and it hardly picks up anything? Now you see a bunch of topical debris, and say 4 minutes later roughly, it's picked up almost everything. Got some oats there and some over there. It will eventually get them. Except for those two, apparently. The flour spot does appear to be gone. I'm not seeing any flour. Rice, we got that. Still having trouble with some of the oats though. It hasn't attacked its own base yet though. That's kind of surprising. Still knocking around the oats, having trouble with those two. I think I'll probably stop this at about 6 minutes, because I hope you get the idea. That's a fairly clean sweep, although it's definitely not perfect. I can still see some oats. There, a little bit there, and over there. So let's bring it home. You're going away from home. I did push the home button. It's leaving. All right, now it's changed its mind, I think. Come home. Here you are. Go to the dock. Get yourself a charge. Made it. Ah, now, that's what you want to see. Lots and lots of pickup. See, that's what people buy these machines for. Right, to pick up lots of stuff right on the surface. Ooh. That flour kind of made a mess, didn't it? Look at that. Now let's see, what did it do to the filters on top here? Oh, yep, kind of caked it. So definitely have to clean all this stuff out, wash everything, and then let everything dry. So thanks for watching, and I hope everybody just really understands my point with this is that enjoy your cordless stick vac, enjoy your robot vac, but don't expect it to pick up all types of fine dirt and debris down into your pile. They can't do it. For surface pickup, they're great. Wonder how much dirt we have left. And when was the last time you saw this? That's right, this is the only Dyson stick vac I currently own. It's a curb find Dyson DC35, and the original battery went poof, so that's an aftermarket battery. Oh, that's right. I have to hold the trigger in. Old technology. That's low. All right, high. Oh, that's doing a fine job.